Hey guys, what is going on? Sleeping Knight 77, aka Kyle, and welcome to my trick room. We are here for week 4 of our APA Season 3 campaign against CrimsonCBAD and his Detroit Steelwings. If you do remember from P4G, Crimson defeated us 3-0 with Rapidash, with Akabari Scizor against my Rapidash. So yeah, I was expecting obviously a tough battle. Crimson and I always have good battles, but I obviously did want to win this one because I don't want to go 0-2 against someone in League format, especially someone as friendly as Crimson is. But as you can see, we are bringing Cradilly, Sneasel, Necrozma, Manaphy, Hitmonchan, and Dugtrio, and he is bringing Cloyster with Latios, Magius, Aromatisse, and the Sand duo of Mega Tyranitar and the Sand Rush Excadrill, that thing. So, he hadn't brought Mega Tyranitar yet, so I was kind of expecting that, but I had plans for it, but they weren't like finite plans, I guess you could say. So, it kinda went against my better judgment. I did have Rain Dance on Manaphy. I decided to go Energy Ball at the last minute. No, I decided to go Hidden Power Electric because he has Gyarados. So, it was Tail Glow and 3 attacks. Hitmonchan is Assault Vest. Dugtrio is Regular Trap. Cradilly is Set Rocks and Sit. Sneasel is Knock Off Ice Shard, and 2 other moves, and of course Necrozma, as it always is Speed Up and 3 moves, Z Round with Earth Power. So he leads the Cloyster, I lead Cradilly. We are just going to hop right into the battle. I literally saw his name and I was like, why is your name Crim Papa? And he was like, because memes. And I was like, okay. So we're going up against Crim Papa. He sends out a Bunker, and I send out Dilly Cradilly. So right off the bat, I'm like, does he want to shell smash? I mean, if he shell smashes, I do just go into Manaphy. But he just decides Icicle Sphere. I know I'm defensive, so I know I'm able to take it. I know he'll take 5, and I'm like, wow, that did a lot, and then it crit first turn. So I was like, okay, sick. So that's how this game's gonna go. So he Icicle Sphered. Obviously, he is Skill Link, so he's going to hit 5 times. And I am just going to fire off a Giga Drain. I know that Cloyster's special defense is really bad, so it is super effective. I am going to do a little bit more than half, and especially with like the leftovers down, a little bit more, sorry. A little bit less than 3/4, and I'm going to get all the damage back, and I'm not staying in here. I like to play aggressively, but not that aggressive. So I'm just going to go into Manaphy, and he is going to hit me for 5 times with Icicle Sphere again. I think obviously he predicted that I was either going to Stealth Rock or he was going to Shell Smash, or I predicted him to Shell Smash, so he was just going to Icicle Sphere and take me out. Obviously this Icicle Sphere is doing nothing to Manaphy, and Manaphy is going to eat it up. This turn I'm like, well, either go for Tail Glow, I can go for Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Scald, no, because Scald actually did take it out. He does send out the Wintergreen, which is his Latios, and I do decide to Scald here, thinking whatever is going to get burned. It's not very effective, and I don't get burned. So, sad times in Montreal. And I'm like, well, you know, if he wants to roost to see what I want to do, that's completely fine. If he Z-move, I guess that's okay. I should have sent in Cradilly here had I actually predicted Z-move. I realize that now, but he does Devastating Drake, and this is obviously going to take Manaphy out. So, unfortunately, we do lose Manaphy a little bit earlier than I would have liked, and I didn't bring Klefki, obviously, to even deter him from firing off the Z-Dragon. And now I send in Sneasel. Now, what you're gonna see here is that this Latios goes faster than my Sneasel. And that reason is because I'm completely dumb, and when I was going over Crimson's team, I saw Latios there, but for some reason it didn't click in my mind that Latios was base 110, and I know the Latios are base 110, but for some reason it just did not click in my mind that the Latios are base 110, and I saw Electivire and I saw something else that was base 95, so you're going to see that both Dugtrio and Sneasel, obviously, are speed creeped to base 96. So they were able to outspeed non-scarfed Electivire and whatever that other Pokemon was. But in that case, I realize I'm even more of an idiot now because he has Miss Magius on his team, and that's base 105. So, you know, it was kind of very, very hard prep on my part. So now I'm fighting back. I do have Cradilly here. Cradilly is just kind of gonna sit here, Giga Drain this Tyranitar, and he sets up rocks. I set up rocks, and we're just gonna go back and forth for a little bit. I'm just gonna Giga Drain again, and he is going to roar me out into something that I forget, unfortunately, but he is going to roar me out. And I'm like, okay, this is fine, you know, I get a full health Cradilly now. He's going to roar me out into Necrozma, and I'm like, okay, well, he's either going to roar me, he's either going to crunch me. If he does any of that, then I'm in for bad times. I speed crept correctly the Mega Tyranitar to outspeed it on the at base speed, and I'm going to hit it with Tectonic Rage and just take it out from the damage that it's at. I did need to Z-move in order to take it out because of where it was, so unfortunately I did have to waste the Z-move there, but he's going to send out Winter Green again, and at this point it's kind of GG because I don't really have anything for this Latios, you know, that I had Sneasel, and that went to the wayside. I have Sucker Punch on Dugtrio, but even that's going to the wayside, and I can't really hit it. So he's just gonna sit here. He's gonna Psyshock me. He's gonna Draco me. He's gonna whittle me down till this Cradilly kind of faints, and at that point, excuse me, I do just try and hit him with as much damage for Rock Slide as I can. At this point, he knows that he has it on lockdown with Latios, because seeing as how fast my Sneasel was, I'm sure he's assuming that my Dugtrio is just as fast. He is just going to roost here. He doesn't want to risk a crit, and with me gaining leftovers back, we're in for a few turns that go back and forth, but so I'm going to hit him with Rock Slide. I'm going to get my leftovers recovery, and he's going to hit me with Psyshock, go back and forth for a little bit. He's doing the calcs. The critical hit here obviously wouldn't even take me out. With leftovers recovery, I'm pretty sure this was a roll, and he didn't want to risk a crit, so he is going to roost here, and at this point, it's kind of just stalling so that his Latios can pick and kill. You know, so I wanted to try and fight back, but after I lost my Dark type, it was very, very difficult. I do get the crit Rock Slide there, so he is going to set up another roost, and it is going to take two Psyshocks to take me out. Now, obviously, because Cradilly is a defensive monster that I love so much. Even though it does just kind of sit there, it's a Pokemon that I really truly do like to use. So, but in all regards, I do get do hit Rock Slide. He does hit Psyshock. It takes me down to 17, and I finally miss a Rock Slide. So, no, it was bound to happen, I'm sure, but it would have been nice to hit that one. So he is just able to fire off another free Psyshock, and he is able to take out Dilly. And I'm going to send out the Necrozma here because he is not able to take me out unless he hits Draco Meteor. And he goes for Draco Meteor and he hits Draco Meteor. So, yeah, does able to take me out, and he is at -2, but at this point it is basically GG because Latios is able to just kind of whittle down the Doug trio here. Now again, aforementioned, I did have Sucker Punch on this, but he did want to scout that, so he just goes for Roost here. I go for Stone Edge. This was actually one of the only good predictions I made during the game. I do Stone Edge. It does a decent chunk, you know. He is gonna Psyshock, and I'm gonna go for another Stone Edge. I know when he's going to Roost here, and he's going to Roost it exactly at this point. So, had I been faster, obviously, I would have taken him out, but I wasn't faster. He is able to just roost off the damage. I do a Stone Edge again, and I do miss the Stone Edge. So now I'm like, well, I'm kind of forced into Sucker Punch, so I will Sucker Punch here. It's going to bring him down very, very low, and Psyshock is able to take me out, and I'm down to Hitmonchan versus the world against a Latios and an Aromatisse. So I do have Mach Punch on the Hitmonchan here, so I am able to actually take out the Latios here. But, you know, all in all, it was a very good, I was late for it, not Assault, as I mentioned, sorry. But it was a very good match to Crimson. He prepped very well. He prepped a lot better than I did, obviously. And we do fall to 1-3 on the season, taking the 4-0 loss to Detroit Steelwings. If you guys do not already, please go over to Crimson's channel and subscribe to him. Crimson and I do have a very, very long history. I've known about Crimson since he was about like 500, 600 subs, and I was like, you know, I found him on my PSS. I'm sure I've told the story maybe for P4G, but I found him on my PSS back in ORAS when those days actually existed, and he was streaming at like 6 o'clock in the morning. This was like back when I first learned a gen and I knew nothing about competitive Pokemon, and he was having like a drunk stream or something with some friends. So, you know, I stopped by. He had like 6 viewers, and I was like, yeah, I stopped by, and I was like, yo, I just found you on my PSS, just stopping by to say hi, let you know I subbed and everything. So he was like, yeah, cool, man. And then him and I just kind of kept in touch ever since. Obviously, I like him. He's one of the coolest guys in the Pokemon community. And, you know, I do wish that I was able to chat with him a little bit more, but obviously as he's gotten bigger, he's made bigger and better friends. So, you know, go subscribe to Crimson. He's one of the coolest dudes that I know, and whenever I do actually get to talk to him, whenever I do actually get to hang out with him and I always have fun. So, until next time, guys, we are playing A-Drive next week in week number 5, and his St. Louis Rampardos, and then finally we get out of this hell division and we get to face our own. And you don't know how desperately I am looking forward to that. So deep breath, inhale, exhale. Hopefully things do get turn around for the latter half of the season. But until next time, guys, I am Sleeping Knight 77, and I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.